Hi guys, happy Thursday. Today we're going to talk about how do you navigate heartbreak during the holidays. This is one of the most painful things you may have ever experienced. I know for me it was a handful of years ago that I was ghosted right before the holidays in October. And it really was the most painful thing I have ever been through. And it really is what created the transformation for me to be who I am right now. So, if you're experiencing a divorce or a heartbreak or your relationship ends, the holidays is going to be like the holidays are going to make it so much more challenging to get through simply because it's the holidays and everything you see all around you on TV with your friends, with your family, everything is showing you family, 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 love, love, love. It's like inescapable. So, I'm going to talk about a few different ways how you can start navigating this very painful period of heartbreak. How they're acting is a reflection on them. So, me being ghosted before the holidays had nothing to do with me, it had to do with him. It was not a good relationship, but yet I was trying to save it and sink all my love, time, care, money, everything into it to try to make it survive. And as soon as I stopped caring, guess what? It started to die because it was a one sided relationship. So, and relationships are bad because they feel bad 90% of the time. Okay? So, their behavior has nothing to do with you. So, it's so much easier if you choose to leave that person, right? Or end the relationship or get a divorce, right? But when they leave you, all of a sudden, especially when it's not a good relationship, it can have you questioning everything. So, their actions and what they do is not a reflection on you, it's a reflection on them. Okay? And what I advocate is to surround yourself with the people who actually love you and care about you. Okay? It's going to be so challenging. And to try not to obsess and focus and think, what went wrong? And who's to blame? And this and that. And get stuck in the story of it all. And it's so vital. And I talk about this in my no contact program because I had to go no contact. It just all depends on the type of relationship that you're trying to move on from. That to stay busy, physically and mentally. So, learning a new skill like knitting or computer programming or anything to get your mind and body to where it's having to learn a new skill and it's being challenged. So this is what helped me so much. Like I would just clean, and I'm someone I just hate cleaning, but I would just put my time and focus and energy into cleaning, and that got me off of thinking of the relationship and all the pain I was in, and to start detaching and letting go from something that wasn't serving me to begin with. Have you guys experienced this around the holidays? And if you have, my heart truly, truly goes out to you. So, their behavior is not a reflection on you at all, okay? And to surround yourself with people who truly love you. And when people want to go into these conversations about, well, what happened? And here's how you can fix it, and this and that, like that's not going to help you. That's staying in the story, and you're going to stay stuck. So, focusing on the present moment is so important and very powerful. And like I said, using a hobby or learning something new is going to be your best friend during this time. Okay. And during the holidays, how we're feeling is magnified. So how if you normally feel happy, then you're going to be like 50 times the normal amount of happiness you already feel at Christmas, Thanksgiving, your holidays, right? Versus if you're heartbroken, then that's going to be drastically magnified because guess what? You're going to see couples everywhere hugging each other, holding hands, and super happy. So it's so much more challenging during the holidays to move through this, heartbreak. So stay busy. Staying busy is so important, and that can be through your hobbies, it can be through working, it can be through just focusing your time and energy on something that makes you feel good and happy, or at least distracts you from having to think about and going into the past and obsessing and going back into that story and so be focusing on the here and now. Okay. And If it's a bad relationship or toxic relationship, I would highly recommend going no contact. And I've had to do this, and it's one of the most challenging things to do. And it is not easy by far. And there's a lot more than simply blocking them on social and changing your phone number. There is so much more to no contact than that. And I know because I've had to do this and to stick with it. So, how is everyone doing? Have you had to figure out how to deal with heartbreak during the holidays? And how did you cope with it? What did you do that really helped you heal quicker and just get through it easier? And what would you recommend for everyone else? Glasses. All right. Hi, Abigail. Hi, Melanie. Well, then you don't have to be here if you don't care. No one asked you to be here. Abigail broke up with my ex-boyfriend last year. Oh, I am so sorry. Unless he was a jerk, then congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Hello from Russia. Yeah. Nardoth says sometimes we just get used to having the wrong people around us. Yes, we become comfortable. And even though we may be miserable, okay, because we're comfortable, then we don't want to have to deal with change. It's much easier, isn't it, to be comfortable than have to completely change your life and walk away from everything that you know, right? And everything that makes you feel comfortable, even though it may be hurting you and not serving you at all. I completely get that. Winter said, I have always gone no contact with all my exes. No kids together, so no need to keep communicating. Excellent. Winter's Night says self care. Exactly. Self care is just so freaking vital. So I would love to know, you guys, how you guys were able to move through this and what can you help the people out there? What can you help someone who's struggling now move through this easier and quicker? So my tips were, let's recap, is the holidays is going to make it 10 times harder, okay? And how someone acts as a reflection of them, for not from you. And surround yourself with people who truly love you and stay busy. And if it's a bad or toxic relationship, then I highly, highly recommend to go no contact. And if you want to see more about how I personally did it and succeeded, then check out below in the description. All right, who else is in the house? So, what are you guys up to? What are you dealing with? Let me know in the chat. I hope you guys are having an amazing holiday season. Like, I just put up my tree recently. I've been so behind. So, this is happening to you. Please know that you are not alone and that I have been through it, and it is extremely painful and challenging. And I promise you that you will get through it. It is a season of your life that could be the thing that changes everything. And that's how it was for me. It just absolutely changed everything. And it was a transformation that sparked the fire that changed who I was 100%. Before I go, please let me know if you need any help in the chat, if you have any questions. These are really good LaCroix tangerine. You know, if you're going sugar free, highly recommend. Or if you guys are ready to get the real love and amazing relationship that you've been longing for, then check out the description that I'm going to have a link to a free resources that's going to change everything for you. Okay. And my podcast episode comes out really soon. I'm like on episode number 14. If you'd like to check out that, again, dog, if you'd like to check that out, I think you'll love it and you'll get so much inspiration and motivation to be the best you so you can get everything you want, including love, the relationship, the fulfillment, everything. So check that out up in the tabs. All right. Any questions before I go? All right. I hope you guys have an amazing night. I love you and take care.